Hello, good evening. My name is Jocelyn Yarbrough. I am a 25-year-old student here at GCU. My major is elementary education and special education. Today, I will be talking about my disposition to teach. I'll be reflecting on my strengths, my weaknesses, and also I will be talking about what I believe a professional educator should obtain in and out of the classroom. To start out, one of my strongest dispositions is advocacy. Advocacy is a huge part of who I am. I grew up in a community where the minority is actually the majority. In this community, growing up and now that I currently serve, many of these students are Native American, Hispanic, African American, and Asian. We also have an initiative here to be an acceptance school. So we also have a very broad community of students with intellectual disabilities, developmental delays, and autism. While growing up and working within this community, this has given me a broad perspective on diversity and the importance of celebrating, not only celebrating, but standing up and advocating for each person's individuality. Because of these experiences, I have a deep respect for diversity of others. This is one of my other strengths. I believe that each and every child brings something unique into the classroom. I believe that education is a space that we should celebrate our students rather than diminish them. Many of these kids are placed in boxes and they have labels on them already. Society suggests that they are something that they are not. However, I do believe that labels should never define a child's potential. As someone who has exceeded labels and exceeded expectations that were placed on myself, I truly believe that each and every child has the ability to transcend whatever they can imagine. This belief is my why. This is why I want to be an educator. And seeing students who look like me, who come from the same background as me, they motivate me to continue to advocate and to continue celebrating our differences. Although celebrating our differences and advocacy are my biggest strengths in my disposition to teach, I do have a few dispositions that I need to work on before I step in the classroom. The two dispositions that I lack in is professional conduct and reflection. I am naturally a very compassionate person. And while compassion is important in education, it is equally important that I maintain a professionalism whenever it comes to communicating and decision making. I must continue to learn how to manage my emotions effectively and remain professional through it all. Also, I have to work on my reflective practices. Although I do reflect, I do not reflect deeply enough to evaluate my actions to make a meaningful adjustment. Professional educators, I believe, should demonstrate several key qualities. I believe that they should model professionalism, integrity, and responsibility. Teachers are constantly under watch. I mean, you see them on the news, you see them in public, you see teachers on social media. We are watched everywhere. The students look up to us, and the way we speak, we carry ourselves is very important, and it sends a message out to our students. For me, professional conduct is being an example and not a liability. I want to be someone that students can look up to whenever they see my actions. They have a sense of respect and a sense of responsibility to uphold themselves in that same way. At the same time, professionalism also means having respect for students. Overall, I do believe that my dispositions that I bring, especially advocacy and respect to diversity, will help me positively overall in my education journey. At the same time, continuing to grow and develop my professionalism and reflective practices will allow me to grow into the educator that I aspire to be. Overall, my ultimate goal as a teacher is to create a classroom where students feel seen, supported, challenged to reach their fullest potential. Thank you again for listening to me. Have a good evening.